Welcome, viewer. I'm your host, Sean Kellner, aka McFarvo, bringing you right into the action of the first major USPSA match I've ever seen. It was a lovely afternoon in Northern Virginia, a lovely day for converting money into loud noises and holes in the board. That's right, it was a match day, and not just any local match, but the Virginia-Maryland sectional, sponsored by F&H USA and Atlanta Arms, held on the grounds of one of my favorite club, Fredericksburg Rod and Gun. What I have for you is a front row seat to some of the finest action practical shooting, stages, and match operation you'll ever see. Let's go through all 9 stages with some of these excellent competitors showing us how it's done. Stage 1 is sure to test your trigger finger, demanding controlled triples on all paper. With the relatively small, simple rectangular free fire area and all the walls, this course also demands smooth, measured footwork where you have to hit your marks in rhythm in order to not waste time between windows. With 6 steel that must fall, you'd better be sure of your shots. Chris Olszewski does a nice job with only 1 makeup shot on steel. He gets 29th on this stage, finishing the match an impressive 24th of 275 competitors, 15th of 44 open shooters, which is a very competitive group boasting heavy hitters like Andrew Hyder and Ron Francisco. Stage 2, ran in part by my buddy Michael Myatico, poses quite the problem to our shooter, with 3 difficult positions where one must get low to engage 7 targets, as well as hang off the walls to get 6 targets on the left and right sides. Seth Mullins opts to use the ropes and makes a smart choice in activating the steel in the low position, clearing the other paper as the reactive targets fall into view, wasting no time to watch that target flip down. He finishes weak hand with a solid time of 23 seconds. Mullins would go on to finish well in 53rd place overall in the top 20 of a deep field of 85 limited division competitors. Stage 3 takes us into the larger bays, giving the match designer Bill Duda and our competitors more room to operate. The start condition here is unloaded from the table, with all magazines also starting there. Anthony Caponegro is shooting in single stack today, so he has a lot of slim mags to stow or grab from the table before he can steadily, deliberately engage all these fairly spaced out targets, except for, of course, those 2 turtle shells lying almost on top of each other. Anthony finishes 7th among the 18 single-stack shooters that weekend, so his patience and pace paid off. Stage 4 is a beast with 160 available points, rivaling Stage 5 with 16 metric targets. Jeff Bissonnet starts with hands flat on the marks before very carefully negotiating the course, placing 49th here and 51st in the match in his division. All of these competitors are really making this match look fun. I'm seriously considering participating next year. Stage 5 has our shooters loading from the barrels only. See how Tim Backus, as an A-class limited shooter, takes down these targets. On the longer distances, Backus maintains a split time between shots consistent with his engagement of closer targets, almost like shooting in rhythm. This time around, though, he misses a beat with 60 points lost in penalties due to forgetting to engage 2 targets. He usually fares much better, folks, but stage slip-ups happen to even the best of us. It takes true grit to recover, which he does, finishing 60 places higher overall than he did on this stage. Stage 6 had no one on it at the time, so I was able to do one preview, like a casual walkthrough. This stage is tricky with plenty of painted on hardcover, and the shoulder guy falling steel, or two parrots on the pirate, or whatever you want to call those. A gamer could deny use of the ports on proximal left wall, taking 3 targets in his first position up front. Then, I'd probably run over to the window on the right side to tag another array of 3. I'd sprint to my third position on either the left or right side of the deep back wall, moving either left to right or right to left for the last 7 paper and 4 steel targets. Jay Christie takes a similar approach. Taking those shoulder guys very quickly in only 3 shots from a decent distance. He breezes through the rest of the positions. He'll place second in single stack for the match. An excellent outing. Only having a little trouble with the weak hand on the steel from the other side to finish in just over 34 seconds. That puts him in 27th overall on this stage. A great run. Stage 7 has competitors opening a door, which activates a Texas star to provide a moving obstacle on 4 targets. The challenge does not stop there, with 2 no-shoots partially covering 4 other targets on this side of the course. Our friend Dave Franzel, sporting that cool Greater Richmond Blasters jersey, has to make up a few shots, but that is a credit to his adaptability. Dave does a good job all day, even completing stages in the top 30 to finish the match in the 55th percentile in a very deep limited division. Stage 8 has a whopping 27 target presentations, but only requires 1 hit per target to score. The shoulder guys are back to be engaged through barrels, so this should be interesting watching Lee Wills, an already accomplished young shooter, take down the scores. He takes a few shots to find his groove on the shoulder plates, but smoothly clears the paper at a good pace, scoring a very strong 127 points here. Wills places excellently in the limited division at 35th on the match. Stage 9 has shooters interrupted from a comfortable seated position, called to navigate this winding course of at least 9 shooting positions. Nathan DeWalt, very smoothly, keeping his feet moving the entire time, flows within the box as he engages all 15 targets in under 22 seconds. This performance puts him in 26th amongst limited competitors on the stage and contributes to his top 25 finish in that division in this section match. Overall, a well-made, well-run match with top-notch competition. Andrew Hyder takes the overall match win at the top of the Grandmaster class and Open Division, giving Dave Savigny and other world-class shooters a heck of a race. Outside of the 10 GMs, there were 21 Masters and 32 A-class competitors, including JJ Rakaza in production, who finished 4th overall and 1st in his division, just edging out Savigny there. Winning B-class Open is Dimitri Katos, while John Vlieger took the top spot in B Limited, as well as representing our fine men and women of the military, along with Justin Titus, Nick Halbert, Andy Kwan, and David Dalton. C-class was very competitive across divisions, with the top 6 representing limited, production, limited 10, open, and single stack. Among these fine folks are our Kevin McPhee and Anton Koth. Top Shot Chris Tilley and Smith & Wesson Pro Brandon Wright show us why U-class is not necessarily all new shooters. Tilley finished above the 94th percentile with over 1,124 match points. Wright was looking at a top 5 finish, but due to weather, never got a shot at stage 7. The junior shooters all performed admirably, with Zach Medish, Jake Degenshane, Lee Wills, Joseph Murray, and Alex Realuyo, all ahead of the curve at this level 2 match. Rob Cook took high senior limited honors, as well as being in the top 6% in match points. Our ladies in open and limited set the bar high, with Stacy Borgia capturing 972 match points. And I want to give a shout out to a couple of our local ladies, Judy McFarland and Diane Miller, who with their husbands make some of the best squad mates around. Many thanks to our Area 8 Director Steve Thomas, Section Coordinator Scott Cook, Match Director Bill Duda, Range Master and Sponsor Coordinator Kevin McPhee, Stats Officer Robert Birkendine, Quartermaster Fred Gentile, all the range officers, shout out to Michael and the Millers, everyone who helped plan and set up as well as tear down, all the competitors, all the family and friends who support us, and all the sponsors who support the shooting sports. I want to also personally thank Clay Clem and everyone else around the Richmond, Virginia area who have supported the new shooters like myself, helped getting started in the sport and have fun at matches, even though we're maybe not so good at shooting. I want to thank professionals like Jesse Tischhauser, Ravin Perry, Todd Jarrett, and many others who all engage with fans, hobbyists, enthusiasts, and amateurs online or in person at matches that they attend. The community is part of what makes this sport so much fun. I also want to thank you, the viewer, for visiting my channel. This project is new but very enjoyable for me, and every view and like helps me out a lot. Feedback and comments can help even more, and I'd ask you to subscribe if you have any interest in following along in my journey to go from a new shooter and competitor into hopefully something better. Most of all, I want to thank my wife for enabling and supporting me in all of this. I love you, and I love you all. Have fun, be safe, peace. If you've stuck around long enough, you'll get to see some bonus clips from that day. I was able to visit Michael on stage 2, witness a popper calibration, and preview the stage.
What are my scouts supposed to Bill Rhodes. Yeah, coach telling them.
Wow. Those are some tough positions.
Hey, I'm Steve Irwin, and the power of this machine doesn't rival the power of one of my favourite. Let's go and have a look. We're gonna have a gorgeous. G'day.
Here we have a cheesy Steve Irwin impression when I am creeping on JJ Rakaza, pre-planning stage 4.
Go, 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 go. Oh.
I have an update on my shooting gear too, since I was able to get a decent deal on a lightly used Smith & Wesson M&P 9, which I think I can run in production division as well as IDK if I would choose to do that. But I'll have to check to see if the Trigicon Tritium night sights are allowed in production division and IDPA.